welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, an event is currently going on, namely a Final Fantasy XI event. And it begins here at this little lady named Mumu. Excuse me, miss, do you have a moment? I'm Mumu with the Harbor Herald, and judging by your dress, you're one of those well-traveled adventurers I've heard so much about. Not one as worldly as yourself has heard rumors of an unusual warrior maiden from the Far East. Danger constantly follows in her footsteps, and the Far Easterners I spoke with claim her dress and fighting style are nothing they've ever seen. Do you know what happened the last time a strange warrior from unknown lands came to Eorzea? That upstart Petit Winsome practically stole the parchment from my desk to write his story. Our readership soon doubled, and he's been regarded as the Harbor Herald's finest reporter ever since. That should have been my story, and I'll be damned if he beats me to this one. But if following her is as dangerous as it sounds, I need an adventurer like you to keep me safe. If you're interested, meet me down at Costa del Sol. That's where she was last spotted. So that's where I plan to start. And we'll Final Fantasy XI title screen picture. Ah, you're here at last. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. She was here just a few bells ago or so, I was told. Look, over there. Could it be... That's her? Begging your pardons. Please do not think me strange for asking, but can you tell me if you're close to Selbina? Or perhaps Mora? I fear I'm hopelessly lost. Selbina? Mora? Sorry dear, you're on the eastern shore of Vilbrand. Eastern Lanosea to be precise. I take it you're a far eastern traveler that's been the talk of the tavern as of late? You've cut quite the warpath through Eorzea from what I've heard. Yes, I hail from far east, but... Vilbrand? Lanosea? I cannot recall such names, though truth be told I cannot recall much of anything since awakening in these strange surroundings. Bye-bye, Godspear. Do you mean you've lost your memory? I remember. My name is... Iroha. I'm training in the way of a glaive, though I feel I'm still a novice. Before awakening here, I was on a mission to... Forgive me, it's hard to make sense of what little I can recall. The only clear thoughts in my mind are of master and a powerful technique I labor to perfect. Amatsukyori. I'm certain it's essential to completing my mission. Interesting. You remember training above all else. Perhaps that's the key. If you continue to practice your master's teachings, it stands to reason other related memories might come back to you. Recalling my mission by recalling Master's teachings. Yes, that does sound plausible. I do not doubt many of the teachings I have learned have a specific purpose. It would only be a matter of focusing on this particular one. This is a scoop I've been looking for. A Far Eastern warrior on a special mission. What if you're in danger? This isn't some fairy tale like Petia's story. People need to know. But she's no good to us if she can't remember anything. Help her so we can get to the bottom of this. Here, take this map before you go. Training won't do you any good if you get lost now, will it? Your kindness is greatly appreciated, thank you. To journey alone in this strange land would be a trial all of its own, I'm sure. Might we explore the shore south of here? I recall mention that the beach was an excellent place for training. Something about the aquatic wildlife being suitable for sparring. If the creatures here are similar, I would like very much to try my hand against them. I trust Yulan Shushi has every opportunity to do so. Now, don't let me keep you. The sooner she remembers her mission, the better. When she has had her fill of combating critters along the coast, perhaps she should rest in Nimsa where it's safer. Bulwark Hull should do nicely. It's the first place she'll see after coming through the gates. Practice makes perfect. I kinda wonder why they are repeating, but because this is an event repeat, this event now. There's a particularly reason for that. Or if they just wanted to fill the time until the next patch that got delayed due to Corona. I mean, it could well be that, I don't know, since she's a glaive fighter, if we get a character with such a weapon in next, class, I mean, with such a weapon next. I believe that will suffice for now. Fighting alongside such a seasoned warrior has been educational. I'm grateful that you chose to accompany me. Strange stone, huh? Okay. Back to Limsa then. Or, I just remember, what also might be, I heard a rumor a while back about working on a Final Fantasy XI mobile version. Maybe that is getting close to completion. This is a advertisement. Training at the beach was invigorating. It's been too long since I enjoyed such sport. Fighting alongside one so well was in the arts of war. I would like to think I improved my form by following your example. At first I doubted crabs would be suitable for practice, but I was quite wrong. Testing my strength against their hardened shells, swing after swing, over and over? I could easily spend days or even weeks at a time battling them. If only I could remember who suggested this training regimen. Opti-stone. Yeah, stone. I found this. Oh my, what a peculiar stone. I sense something within. Something familiar. Something dark. Grueling battle in the cold against evil made manifest. A lord of shadows long dead, yet somehow resurrected. The fate of a realm hanging in the balance. I remember. And yet, I'm not convinced these visions relate to my mission. Why would Master entrust me with a means to slay such a foe? The answers must lie within my memories. They have to. All the more reason I must hurry to complete my training. Perfect Amatsu Kyori. While waiting for your arrival, I asked a couple of travelers from Gridania, I think, where I might find creatures of a more dark and unusual nature. They told me of a place called Hawk Manor, a cursed estate whose grounds play host to various sorts of hellish monsters. These creatures sound like promising opponents, full of a fury and cunning I would expect in a true battle. Now then, let's be off. When we are finished, we can meet in the nearby town. More. These demons, they call to mind another old story. To surpass its limits, a great samurai once fought such fiends. Perhaps by defeating these demons I can do the same. It would seem we have driven them back. Alas, I could scarce match your pace. This will not do. There must be a way for me to improve more quickly. and to Gridania. I'm so sorry. Thank you for once again aiding me in my training. To witness such majesty and grace on the battlefield is truly inspiring. It served as a wonderful lesson in combat. And I found another stone for you. Oh, you found another strange stone. Yes, it radiates with a warmth much like the last, but the color is... Wait, do you hear that? That was Prish, right? I know her from other games. Like, as a character of Final Fantasy XI. A long and arduous journey together with a young girl. This vision is not what I expected. We fought many battles together, and we were not alone. Now I dare say our comrades are well beyond counting. But what business would I, a lowly student, have undertaking such missions? I cannot make sense of it. Still, I must thank you for this. Before meeting you I was hopelessly lost, smothered by a fog of fear and uncertainty. But now I have your light to guide me. You have brought me yet another step closer to completing my training and unlocking the memories still dormant within me. After speaking with a few of the patrons here before you arrived, I believe I found the perfect place to continue owning my skill. The Sagoli Desert. If what I was told is true, a creature of unspeakable terror roams the sands. They say its strength is impossible to gauge, and as no one lives to tell of its great might. But together, I believe we might lay the beast low. When we have finished, we can take a hard-earned rest in Ul'dah. Look over there, could it be? I know that fiend, those jagged pincers dripping with venom. It is Circuit, an infamous beast and slayer of countless men. Come, let us bring an end to its legend and see ours grow in its wake. To think that we managed to defeat such a foe. Yet I find that there's something within me still wanting. I must find a way to overcome this. I must find my way home. There are no words to express my gratitude for your assistance. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine confronting the legendary Circuit. If not for you, I would have been but one of a countless victims who succumbed to its poisonous sting. Another stone. Yes, it comes to me now. A mortal struggle. Forbidden magic uttered in a final bid for salvation. It all makes sense now. The pitched battles, the arduous journeys, the fellowship of adventurers. It was not my life that I recalled, but rather the tales of a great hero I mistook as myself. I suspected such feats were too extraordinary to be my own, and the memories held within the stone have removed all doubt. They were of a journey into the past, one that revealed the horrible truth I dare not repeat aloud. And I remember my home, Manadiel. It is not some territory or continent, but an entirely different world. My true memories return to me now, and it's all thanks to you. More importantly, I believe I now understand how to wield Amatsukioi. It should not be long before my path becomes home is clear to me as well. But first, I must see my training to its completion. While waiting here, I heard unsettling stories of a foul beast terrorizing Bronze Lake. This is a perfect opportunity to put into practice everything I've learned. Today is the day I wield the power of Amatsukioi. After this last endeavor, let us meet in Limsa. The great hero whose life she remembers is very likely the player character. I see I'm nearing my limit. No, I did not come this far to fail. I will return to my world. To master. The power, it fills me. The power of Amatsukioi. Come, it begins. At last, my training is complete, and it's all thanks to you. You were always there to keep me on the path. I would speak with you more, but not here. Let us make for Limsa. At last, the power of Amatsu Kioi is mine to command, and my memories are slowly but surely returning. None of this would have been possible if not for your own unwavering guidance. To think I could have forgotten a mission so vital. My resolve was unyielding, my mind focused on the task before me. In the end, I fear I may have jeopardized all I hold dear. As I told you earlier, my home is, or rather was, a world known as Vanadiel. Try as we might, its destruction could not be forestalled, but fate saw fit to give me one last chance. I was allowed to travel back in time, to escape to the past, before the darkness had consumed all. Together with the heroes of the past, I knew that tragedy could be averted, just as it had been so many times before. Master was the greatest of them all, a hero without equal, whose grand adventures I mistook as my own memories. I cannot help but feel I'm still forgetting something else important. Something that happened to Master. I suppose in time it will come to me. Before I leave, might we go and speak with Mumu? If not for her insistence, I would have been bereft of your assistance. It would be rude not to extend my thanks to her as well. Iroha told me the good news. Her memory is, for the most part, restored. Perhaps more importantly, her training is complete. If you hadn't come with me to Costa del Sol, I dare say she'd still be swinging at crabs along the beach. Now that I have you here, I'd very much like to talk about about what you were doing before we arrived. How exactly did you come to be here in Eorzea? And you say you went back in time trying to save your world? Yes, you have a right of it. No life was spared by the darkness, none save mine, that is. Fate intervened and I was sent back to the past, to a time where I could find heroes capable of saving Vanadiel. That is how I was reunited with Master, although at a much earlier time than I had anticipated. The last thing I remember is a fierce battle in the strange light. The next I woke, I was here, to be torn away from Master when I was needed most. My heart feels like it may burst. How awful! You were close then? Master was like family to me, and an exceptional warrior besides. I spent my entire life striving to become such a hero and live up to the legends I so fondly remember. It all began with a stone, or so the story goes. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. The world entered an age of bliss. That is, until the gods fell into slumber. That world is my home, Vanadiel. It was home to three great nations, the Kingdom of Sandoria, the Republic of Bastok, and the Federation of Windust. Powerful as they were, though, in times of strife, they would turn to a single hero, my master. Be it a demon of rage seeking vengeance or a spiteful god our destruction, Master was always there to pull us back from the brink of oblivion. So long as there's light and life in the world, The legend of Vana'diel's greatest hero will live on. These little Wonderby stories were the first to spring back to my mind. I have all but memorized them, but no matter how many times I asked, you would always... Oh, please excuse me for a moment when I looked at you. Something in your eyes reminded me of Master and I. Don't worry yourself over it. I imagine our friend here often has that effect on people. I realize how ridiculous it seems. Anyone in their right mind would think it's some fanciful dream. But for me, this world is the dream. And now it's time to awaken. When next I open my eyes, I will be home in Vana'diel, once more at Master's side. This may be just a dream, but it is one I shall never forget. Thank you for everything. It would seem I'm not yet ready to return. Is this perhaps the will of a goddess? If it is by her will, then so it shall be. I vow to work hard every day to become a warrior worthy of your teachings. Then, when the time comes, we shall meet again. Here in Eorzea, or perhaps in the waking world. Ah, there goes the greatest story I'll never get to write. An adventurer from another world traveling back in time to save her people. Who's going to believe such a silly tale? I leave a flight of fancy to Petir. But for her sake, I hope she'll find her way home, wherever that may be. And we get her outfit. Minus the glaive. Heaven 11. Okay. But that shall be it for today. Until next time, I am Mace and don't get lost.